Hey guys, JJ here, just a very quick TSLU subdivision update. But you guys know me, it's not going to be quick. So, anyway, I might as well not even say that. But as you can see, I did get one of these buildings finished. I didn't show you guys. I got a bunch of kits, sorry. I'm pushing 28 hours of being up, so I should probably get some sleep. But I got the Merchants Row 5, 2, and 4. That's the one I just built. So anyway, I got 2 more to go. But really happy with those kits. They go together really well. But I just got a lot of hand painting to do now, and I still got to put in all the like the paper scenes in there and all that. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. Most recently, I just actually finished that like 10 minutes ago actually. So some of the glue is still drying. But I'm happy with it. It left plenty of room for my cement plant here, seeing enough room for trucks to make a nice turn into there. So I'll probably just have like a lot, maybe some parking. I don't know about that. But more than likely it'll just be a chain link fence with a lot of vegetation on it. So, but anyway, that's a long way away. But I also got some NJ International crossings. This one was like almost like bent in half pretty much when I got it. Thankfully it's made of metal. I was able to bend it all back. Looks a little bit sketchy, but it does work. This is just a single lane over the road crossing, and that is a double. There is not going to be parallel parking right here. It's just going to be a 2-lane road, and then as soon as you cross the tracks, you got parallel parking on both sides. But actually, this lane won't be here. This will just be just a curve. So, but anyway, this should be a 2-lane road with parallel parking on one side, and the Merchants Row 2, and then the Merchants Row 5 kit right there. And then I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do this way, but this kit will be in this area somewhere. This probably won't be anywhere, but I do want to incorporate that somehow, some way, maybe. We'll see. I kind of like the Woodland Scenics fire department kit. That looks pretty cool. But anyway, we'll see what happens with this area. I know it's got to curve this way a little bit, so we'll see what happens. But I already know what I'm going to power these with, and because there is just so many tracks in this area and so much switching done here and so much switching done there, I'm just going to have it hooked up to a toggle button on the fascia. So if a car gets hit, it's the engineer's fault in this case because you didn't press the toggle button. So anyway, it's I don't know. I think it'll work. I'm not too concerned about having a toggle button, especially when I'm switching in the yard. Sometimes I push, right up there, and you don't need the crossing, which in real life it would go down anyway, just sensing the train. But this crossing here will be detection circuits because it's just a sensor there, maybe there, and maybe over here. So that one will be detection. That'll just be regular crossing gates. And then just flashers here. That might be another toggle button. Probably not. That'll probably be detection just on the front of the lift out and the back. Since it's just a flasher unit, I think those are like $30 from Walthers at the most expensive that I've seen them. So I'll get those working. But I have been kind of playing around with the idea of a crossing here, but I don't know what, because let me move this stuff here. For this lumber mill, semis need to back in, so I kind of reserved this area right here. I moved the farm implement place across the tracks twice, but excuse me guys, sorry. Semis would pull in here in this area, or vice versa, coming across the tracks, and then back into here to get loaded and all that from the lumber plant here. But I don't really want to have a dead-end road here. I was just going to do a guardrail on both sides, like a lot of, especially where I live here in Ohio. A lot of places do this near railroads where they don't want a crossing, or the railroad didn't want a crossing, or like especially highways, they didn't want to build an overpass. So you can tell when the interstate finally got popular enough, they made it 4 lanes or whatever. They just put a guardrail, and then you can't cross. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with 30 or 33 in Ohio, Indiana-ish area. But if you ever try to cross that, you'll know it's a nightmare. But so a lot of times on the country roads, they just put a guardrail there. So I was thinking about that, but then semis wouldn't be able to fit in here and back in. So I don't know. I was just toying around, maybe just crossbucks here, just a real narrow 2-lane road. But maybe gates. I don't know. I just don't want to have crossing everywhere. This is a fairly small layout for the operations that I plan. This is a larger layout. This is a 16 by 16. I'm not sure if I've said that recently, but it's only 90 feet of mainline, so I don't want a crossing every 20, 22 feet or so. But I don't know. I mean, it looks cool because where you rail fan is usually by a crossing. So, but I don't know. It's just those crossings aren't cheap. So, and I think NJ Internationals look the best. And I don't know. I just think they look cool. So, anyway, those will be the only over-the-road crossings. Those will just be regular gates. Like I said, flashers here. And then I'm toying around with the idea of gates. Or maybe just over-the-road crossings. I don't know. But I don't know. We'll see. Just thinking out loud. And just all planning ahead. Like that was just, mind barf until I actually got a pencil and measured some stuff out. And then, I should be done in a couple weeks here with that. With the buildings at least. I still got to pave the roads, and I got to buy the crossing that goes there. So, anyway, I did get just a little more ballast done here. I'm not sure if I said that in the last update or not. I think it might have been drying in the last update, or very close to being done. But this is done. I still have some electrical problems here I want to try to tamper with, even though it's already painted. I want to see if it's anything with the wiring before I ballast this. So I'm going to take a break on this part of the layout and transition over here and then work my way this way. But I can't ballast the main line at all until I get this paved. So I can only really go up to about, right here. So, and then I could do the yard, but I still got to paint it. So that is a bad word around here, painting. So, because that is the last thing I want to do. But I am almost done, so that's about the only motivation I have left. Is, this is the home stretch. I just have, literally just that. And I know just is like, oh my gosh, it's a lot. But all of this is done, so that is nice. I did ballast this. I'm not sure if this was in the last update or not. I should really watch my updates before I do a new one, because I always end up forgetting, did I show you this or not? I'm sure the video is like 5 minutes long, and it should be. But anyway, this abandoned section is done, and then I got the Norfolk Southern ballasted. It's a lot darker, a little bit darker than I wanted it to be, but it isn't. It's not terrible. I'm not disappointed in it, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, I love it either. So. But I don't think it looks bad. It's just different because this is so light to go to so dark. But once I get grass and all that in, we'll be good. But this is pretty cool. The different colors of ballast. Like this has like a tannish color to it, and then a real like light white on the top. Light white. That sounds weird. That's like a dark white. It's like, what is that? So anyway, that is the kind of crap I think about. And I'm tired enough that it's actually coming out, so that is not a good sign. But anyway, I did get this ballasted, and I did actually use every single bit of ballast that I have. Just sprinkle it in there lightly, but about 95% of it was just the Scenic Express ballast. And stuff's really fine. I love that stuff. and I actually just used that, and that's about all. I just highlighted on the top with some black, a little bit of tan, fine ballast, light ballast, coarse ballast, just a little bit of everything. So, and then while I'm talking about ballast, I also got some weeds for the yard. So I am slowly planning for the yard, but this is just the first step. So, but anyway, I got to get this paved, and then I can, do the crossing, and I can get these gates permanently installed. Right now they just have a nail in them just to keep them standing up. But I do know what module I'm using to power the gates. It's called the CS2. I'm not sure what company it is. I forgot. But you can program how fast the gates go down and everything. So, and I think it comes with 10 photocells. So if I use photocells, I have the perfect amount, because there's maybe 1 and 2 here. Or actually, no, there's going to be 4 here. There's going to be 2 here and 2 here. That way, if the train doesn't make it to the crossing, it's not going to, the gates won't go back up. So, or will or won't. So, and then I would have, 1 here, 2 here. So that's 5. Or no, that's 6. And then, probably 7, 8, 9. So it would be just enough to do it if I did decide to add the detection part of it. So that can always be done later, but for now I'm just gonna wire the detection to a toggle switch instead. Just to make it simpler, and then I don't have to worry about all that wiring, extra wiring, which isn't terrible, but yeah, it's just more mind barf. So anyway, I did order some micro LEDs from China, and they are not in this engine. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm sorry. I did get the ditch lights in. They are insanely bright, but I got resistors on them, so they're going to be a little bit darker. But I got to order some lenses. I can not find any lenses that fit Athearn engines. I've tried 3 lenses now, and none of them worked. Actually, the last lenses I bought worked, but they were silver on the back. So I was like, well, that doesn't help me. They need to be translucent. So anyway, the ditch lights, Athearn ditch lights automatically come with lenses. So, but anyway, those will be done soon once I order the correct size lenses, and then I'll get those all wired. I might actually have to hardwire it to the decoder. The blue is the anode, the white's the front light, and I think yellow is the back. But I'm not putting headlights in the back. That's just stupid. These are going to be paired for life, and then the rear light's never on if they're paired up. So it'd be useless to put rear lights in. And if I ever sell them, the next person can do them. Which realistically, I shouldn't have these anymore because CSX just got rid of all their aces. But I like them too much; they will stay in this layout. I might cut off my year at 2017 as to what I model, but we'll see. I'm not 100% sure about that. I think the newest thing I have is 2015. I think the 3251 was put in service in 2015 or 16. So that's about the newest thing I have on the layout. That would be any bit of a concern. Like, oh, you're pushing your time limit there, but I don't know. But the NS911 should be shipping soon from Athearn's factory. Hopefully, they said they're on schedule for delivery in June. So June, early July. So that'll be cool to have. But other than that, just some more small stuff. Got some road striping pens, paving tape, and I got a flexi edge, and I got a soldering iron that's more than $3. Woo! Actually, my old soldering iron's only been $2.64. So, and this was 20. Oh my gosh! So, stepping up my soldering game, y'all. And you already know I'm from Ohio. So, anyway, oh my gosh, guys, I'm sorry. I gotta go to bed. So. Plenty more progress coming soon. I have one summer class at college. It's just like an hour and a half, 3 days a week. So, not going to be super slammed this summer. but I do want to get quite a bit done this summer. I want to get backdrops and then lighting. That'll have to be done at once. So probably lighting, then backdrops. So that's what I have planned, and then just more ballasting. These next couple updates are probably going to be pretty boring with ballast and painting track. So, but that's stuff that needs done, and I would like to start scenery by August if possible. So if that's something to look forward to, that's actually when I'll be back into my major classes. So, for the fall semester. But other than that, I think that's it. I did acquire like 4 more auto racks since the last update. I am now officially done, unless I find a 4-pack. I might splurge and get that, but trying to save my money. If you guys have seen my other videos, you know I collect train horns, and that is not cheap to say the least. So, especially with the air setup in my car, oh my gosh. But anyway, I picked the worst hobbies to collect in. So, thankfully, these are only pretty much the only 2 hobbies I'm interested in. But if you check out my other channel, you'll see my 3rd. But other than that, I mean, I bad taste for expensive hobbies. So, but anyway, that's all for this update before I can find something else to show you. I'm just going to cut off here. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next update.